Hi, I'm Wayde Kirvida with CustomFIRE, and behind me is a new fire engine that we built for the DeForest Windsor Fire Department. This is a rear mount pumper. It also features compressed air foam. So in the back of the truck we have a 2,000 gallon per minute Waterous CSU fire pump. We have a 1,000 gallon poly tank on board. We also have a 200 CFM Numax compressor for the CAF system. The front bumper has a 32-inch long extension and it's built out of structural channel. We have bed liner trim around the threshold of the bumper as well as on the bumper apron. And we have a large stainless steel hose well laid out for a 2.5-inch fire hose on each side. And then these are both fed with foam and compressed air foam. You'll notice down the side of the body that we have a roll-up door at the front and then hinge doors in the remaining compartments. And this is by design. This customer wanted to minimize the use of roll-up doors wherever they could, but as you'll see, there are certain areas where the roll-up door frankly just made the most sense. This customer had us built a rear mount pumper tanker with CAFs for them, very much like this one, about 15 years ago. They really love how that truck operates and it's performed extremely well in the time that they've had it. That truck also has speedlays in the front portion of the apparatus body. You can see here that we have 2 removable poly speedlay trays. Each of these carries 200 feet of 1 3/4 fire hose. Down below we have a custom built toolbox. These have become very popular on trucks for quite a few years now. The apparatus body on this truck is 12 gauge 304 grade stainless steel. The compartment doors are also stainless steel. Now with the compartment doors open, you can see that we have a variety of adjustable shelves, pull-out shelves, and tip-out trays. And underneath we have a compartment with a drop-down door for the storage of cribbing. In the rear driver's side compartment, you see that we have a PVC tube running through the compartment floor. And there's a sewer-style valve. The reason for that is that we have oil dry stored up above in a container, and then we can dispense it below the apparatus body. You'll also notice a receiver point for tie-off and winch use, and then also pack tool mounting on the back wall of the compartment. They wanted the body notched out for a safe working area around the deck gun, and we certainly did that up here. You can see the plumbing going up into that deluge through the body compartment from the fire pump. So the back of this truck is pretty interesting. As I said before, it's a rear mount pumper, so we have a large diameter intake. We have a direct tank fill. Right here, we actually sleeve the poly tank, the big tunnel through it. We have pike poles, hard hose storage with a strainer, and then we have a large removable poly hose tray and a 2.5-inch discharge swivel inside that sleeve. It's a pretty complex design, but it worked out very well. We have 1,000 gallons of water on board and just some excellent ergonomics on the rear. We have flip down steps going up the inside of the rear beaver tails, providing access to the hose bed. Then up above you'll notice that we have a series of diamond shaped light patterns with arrows that can flash to one side or the other. That's something that we developed and built for this particular customer, and I'm sure we'll be seeing it on future trucks as well. Okay, so I'm standing up at the top of the truck obviously, and I'm within the hose bed here. We have 2 hinged hose bed covers. You can see the ladder rack is nested up here. And then we have the foam and the water fill stacks for the booster tank. Hydraulic generator resides at the front of the tank in this dunnage area. The lid here covers the 4 Cascade bottles. And then on the driver's side of the body we have a long, deep coffin compartment. So this customer, like many others, really just does not like tread bright, but I call tread bright the construction paper of the fire industry. It's just ubiquitous. Everybody uses it. We use too much of it in many cases, and it just doesn't look great after a few months of service. So we covered all their diamond plate with a gray Safe Stride material. It's extremely grippy. It's resistant to abrasion, and just gives it that nice kind of industrial look that's really not going to change over the life of the vehicle. Okay, now over on the officer side of the truck, it's very much like the driver's side. However, we have a ladder rack here with a fascia panel up above. So the ladder rack has a full enclosure on it for the ladders, and inside we have a 3-section 35-foot 14-foot roof, attic and pike poles. We have drop-down doors on each side to allow access to the ladders from either end of the ladder rack. So as I said before, this is a rear mount pumper. We saw that the pump panel is not on the back or the driver's side, which means it's back here. And the curbside's a pretty common location. So pump panels should be back here. The hell, one sec. Yeah, Lucas, where's the pump panel on DeForest? This is a rear mount pumper. It's what? They put it where? Are you kidding me? All right. Okay, bye. So, not sure I understand. Wait, okay, well, we are CustomFIRE. So we got a rear mount pump, and the pump panel is actually in the cab. You can see that we have our pump pilot panel with the color coded layout, electric discharge controls. We have Waterous valves on this truck, and then we have the Fire Research Insight Ultimate pressure and flow meters on every discharge. And then you can tell which discharges have the CAFs based on the solenoid switches for each of the discharges with compressed air foam. And then we create this pink background, basically denoting anything that is associated with the compressed air foam system. And then the customer also had us make this little kind of tray here where they could just throw personal effects, maybe a marker or a pen or something like that. And then we have a switch panel here with a pump heater, generator, air horn, and then USB plug-ins. Now this truck is going to be extremely quiet to operate because you basically have the engine behind you, and then the pump is at the rear of the truck, so you're not going to hear any water flow noises or anything like that. It's going to be a nice environment for the pump operator. And then we have cameras all the way around the truck and two large monitors allowing the pump operator to have a good sense of what's going on all the way around the truck. We have an intercom system from the front to the back, and then the radio and speaker is mounted on this side of the pump panel. So a frequent option that we provide on Spartan chassis is that the rear-facing outboard seats can be rotated in 15 degrees. Gives you a little bit more peripheral vision for the rear-facing occupants. Good communication lines to the officer and from the driver to this person. And then also keeps your feet out of the stepwell and whatever. Now this is an extra long 4-door cab with a 24-inch raised roof. It's extremely spacious. These cabs are, you know, they're quiet, they're super smooth, like Spartan is really known for. And just makes an excellent environment on the way to and from the scene, as well as for the pump operator. So with the compartment doors open, you can see that we have some intake and discharge fittings in the rear officer side compartment. We have a swing out pack board, tool board, so they have mounting on 3 surfaces within that compartment. Officer side compartment, we have a space saver horizontal containment system that will accommodate 2 SCBA bottles at a time. And then we have our control panel alongside of it with a utility air hose reel, and then speed lays matching the other side. All of us at CustomFIRE appreciate the time you take to watch these videos and check out our products. And if you're in the market for a new fire or rescue vehicle, we'd really love to hear from you. I'm Wayde Kirvida from CustomFIRE. Thanks for watching. All set? When DeForest set out to build this truck, they were concerned with certain dynamic We'll try and pound it out here quick. That's where they intend to carry cribbage. Cribbage. Should I do that whole side again? I thought that was like the battery release. I'll do it again.